Welcome to another episode of SalonLife. With WhatSalon, everything you need to run, manage, and grow your salon business. This is SalonLife.
Naomi with WhatSalon, and welcome to SalonLife. Today we've got Alice from iSalon software, and Alice is the marketing manager, but she's created a new division of iSalon called iCreate, which is devoted to helping salons with their marketing. Alice, thank you so much for joining us today. Could you just tell us a little bit about iCreate?
So we set it up a couple of months ago, and we're offering brand design services, brand guidelines. We do graphic design, any printing requirements salons have got, whether it's clothing through to like shop signs. And we do websites, help with your SEO, and we do gift and loyalty cards, which have a barcode on the back that scans straight into your salon software system. It can be with iSalon or it can be with other providers. And then we offer content writing service for like blogs, any print work that you haven't done, and we do social media management.
That's really a great initiative because marketing can be a really weak area. Like it can be a hard area when you're focused on the day-to-day running of the salon and, you know, the actual beauty aspect. It can be tough to focus on so many elements like marketing as well. So it's great you have that. What was your inspiration for starting iCreate?
We had a lot of customers that were sort of questioning us on how they can get their website to perform better or what they should be doing on social media. So we wanted to offer a service that would take care of everything for them so they could just worry about their clients coming in and not about the day-to-day running of their website and contacting people on social media and getting in new customers.
So if I was a salon owner and I was to ask you for some marketing tips, what would you tell me?
I would say you should do posts that are relevant to your customers so you can encourage engagement. Obviously, the more people that like your posts, the higher your reach will be because it's then seen by other people on their social media feeds. I'd advise to use pictures because there's a good statistic that pictures are engaged by 120% more on social media than just text. So
very good.
Anything that you put with a picture with it. You can do like targeted adverts on Facebook and Instagram that you can pick sort of location, age, and their interests. So if you're a hair salon and you knew that people that come in that use L'Oreal, you can focus it on whether they've liked pages relevant to L'Oreal before. Obviously, hashtags are important. You can do this with your location too. So if you're a salon, say in Lincoln, if you put like hashtag Lincoln Salon, if people are searching in that area, you'd come up.
So hashtags, would you use those? First of all, which platforms would you say are the best for salon owners to focus on?
I'd definitely say Facebook and Instagram, but Pinterest is good too. So a lot of people go on Pinterest for like hair inspiration or nail inspirations. If your before and after work is on there and you're local to someone, they're more likely to contact you if you've got a really good image on there.
That's very good. I wouldn't have thought of Pinterest actually for a salon because it seems like such a broader audience. So say I'm a salon owner and I'm starting my Instagram account. How can I grow my following? It can be a bit tricky, can't it?
Yeah, it can be. So I'd recommend an app called Later. I think it's later.com. It's completely free. But you can schedule your posts up to a month in advance and you can save the hashtags that work best for you. So
very good.
I would say pick ones that are relevant to your business area, what products you use, any trends, sort of like haircuts of the month or different colours that are really popular, like so pink hair or highlights. And then I'd stick with the same hashtags. So pick the ones that you're going to use and on each post use the same ones and then have like one or two that are relevant to that post. So say you put one about nails one day and one about hair the next day. I'd just keep it really relevant and keep using the same ones. So if you stick with Later, you can schedule them in so you don't have to worry about it too much.
That's really good to know about. Is there a way to define which hashtags work best?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of like a trial and error. So you need to do some research. I'd obviously look into the ones that are relevant to your business and see which, because if you search on a hashtag, you can see how many posts have been had that hashtag used. So go for ones that are really popular. But also if you've got something quite niche, but it's still been searched like over 50 times, I would say use that one too. And then you get people that are just looking for that more likely to see your post. Obviously make sure you check your spelling because there's nothing worse than seeing a post that hashtag and it obviously won't work for you then either. So
no, of course.
Yeah, definitely. So do your research and look what other brands are doing. So if you see someone that's doing really well on social media, have a look at the hashtags they're using and you can piggyback off the back of them.
Yeah, that's a good point. So would you say hashtags are one of the best way to grow your following?
Yeah, definitely. And tag your brands in there as well. So if you're using like L'Oreal products or API nail varnish, tag them in and then put their hashtags. So if they're using hashtags hashtags on their posts, use the ones that they're using, because they might see you and they might repost it, and then your following could go up. So, and especially if you've got any like work that you've done, like say you've done some really good nail art and you've used those products, hashtag them in and tag the company in, and if your work gets shared, I mean, that would be great.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And even just like you just mentioned the nails, I think even just using photography and making it a part of the day-to-day running of the business, that the after photos are taken, especially if there's something good done.
Yeah, definitely, like before and after photos, show off your work. If it's great, put it out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think before and after photos, they convert really well, don't they? People like to see that. Do you have any tips for photography or videos? I
think videos are great. There's so many stats that show how well videos work for you, and especially with like Facebook and with Instagram, that you can go live. So if you're in the salon and something really exciting's happening, get it straight on Facebook Live and see how many followers are watching it, and they can talk to you while you're filming. You can answer questions. So say you've got someone come in that needs like a colour correction, if they don't mind being filmed, get it on camera and say, we're doing this to get this result. Yeah,
people love behind the scenes, don't they? And that kind of gives you that personal connection.
Especially if they feel like they're seeing something they wouldn't usually get to see. So you could put like a note up saying, we're going to go live tomorrow at 3, join us then. And you can do like a little Q&A session, like engage with your followers, talk to them.
That's very good. No, I like that. It also probably gives confidence to the user to try a service that they might not have tried before once they see the behind the scenes and see it being done and the result.
Definitely. You can also show them like around your salon, say this would be where you'd visit if you came in to see us, and this is a welcome you'd get, like introduce your staff to them, especially if you've got like a front of house person that will be the person they meet when they first walk through the door. Do a little introduction, show that it's a friendly face.
Absolutely, because it's all about the personal relationship, isn't it? And people feel that connection with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And you had mentioned before that you do some SEO as well for online bookings.
Yeah, so if we set up a website for someone, we'll do all their SEO for them. So we work from the start, we set your business up on Google so that if anyone searches your postcode or the name, you'll come up location-wise. But on the websites, we do all your content writing, your keywords to make sure that you rank really highly on Google. We do all the alt tags on your images. A lot of companies will charge separately for that, but we build it in. And in our monthly fee, we include an hour's worth of editing. So we're constantly working on your SEO to make sure that, say you search for hair salons in your location, that you come up on that first page, ideally as close to the top as possible. And we've got case studies to show where we can show that if you search the name of the salon or hair salon in that area, that they do come up at the top. What we're doing is working, and we're happy to show that before anyone commits to having a website from us.
Being found on Google is probably the most important thing, would you say?
Definitely. If you want new customers, that's where you need to be. So the first thing people do now is Google, rather than, no one really looks in the phone book anymore, do they? So they're straight on Google or they're straight on social media. So you need to be there.
So if I'm a salon and I'm setting up my website, do you have any tips to help me to get found on Google?
Yeah, they say that you need... So your keyword, for it to rank, it needs to be mentioned 4 times in every 200 words, but you can't keyword bash. So if you just keep putting the same keyword and it's not an irrelevant sentence, Google won't pick it up. Like, they're very clever at knowing the tricks of the trade. So I'd say use lots of subheadings. Google really likes subheadings. Make sure all your images are labeled correctly. So don't just use the name of the file where you've saved it on your computer. Make sure you rename it as your hair salon or your beauty salon, or like nailed in and the location. So getting your alt tags on there is really important. And I would say make sure you do a blog at least fortnightly for the first couple of months with those keywords still in there. So you just keep reminding Google who you are and pushing your page up.
And what type of content should a salon owner include in their blog?
I think you need to make it personal, so it needs to attract your customers and new customers to you. So talk about your work, but also talk about things that are relevant to them, like nail trends or hair trends or top tips, or like SalonLife. You can talk about what's been going on and which customers you've had in and what you've been noticing has been really popular lately. Also, I'd link in the products that you use as well, because that can help with your keywords too. So if you do like backlinks into other people's websites and they then backlink back to you, your traffic can be a lot higher.
Could you just explain what a backlink is?
Yeah, so if you do a post, say about a new product that L'Oreal's brought out, when you write about that product, link through to that product page on L'Oreal's website, but also you can speak to other bloggers. So if you know like a really well-known blogger in the industry, contact them and get them to maybe write a guest blog for you, and then you can put a link out to their blog on the post and they can do the same back. So you're helping switch traffic between the two sites.
That's really good. And then if customers of the salon follow that blogger, it sort of raises the trust in your salon as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if they're really well known and people respect what they're saying in the industry. If they're shouting about you, that's only going to be a benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other tips that you'd give to a salon? I think you've covered a lot. So actually, I was thinking when you were talking about the blogging, like the running of a salon, it's so much work and it's so easy just to, your time just gets taken with the day-to-day running of the business. But the writing is something that you offer through iCreate as well, isn't it?
We've noticed that a lot of salons will be really excited and they'll do a blog for a couple of weeks and then they get busy in the salon again, and we know what it's like for them. So we're offering that as a service. So as a monthly thing, we can give you a call or do it weekly as in like an ad hoc basis. We talk through what's been going on and we'll give you hints and tips. And then if you provide us with a few key facts, we'll write your blogs for you and make sure all your keywords are in there. So even if you don't have a website from us, we can do all your content writing to make sure your website's up to date. And a lot of people's websites, we can add it anyway. So as long as they're in a backend that we can enter like WordPress or Wix, we can help with them.
Okay, very good. And so if somebody hires you to do their social media, how do you get content? Does the salon owner take photos and send them to you, or how do you work with that?
So if we do the photos ourselves, we use stock photos or we use photos that the salon provide, but we know that sometimes salon owners are too busy to send over photos, which is why we do have a stock library. So we work it on, depends really on what the salon want to do, but either a weekly call or a monthly call where we talk through content ideas. Then we go away and write all the content, get all the pictures, have it all ready, and then we send them over. Salon reviews them. If they're happy, we set it all up, schedule it, everything, so the salon literally doesn't have to worry about it at all.
That's a huge relief.
Especially because some people don't understand about like scheduling the posts and what time they want them to go out. So you'll notice some people do all their social media and they'll do it all in one go. So you get like 6 posts in a row and they won't do anything for another week. So we take all of that away and we do it at the right time, the right day.
That's very good, because the consistency is very important in growing your following as well.
Definitely. I would recommend posting daily.
Very good.
If not daily, at least every other day. But I think the worst thing you can do is leave it with a gap for a couple of weeks and go back all guns blazing in front of everyone's face again. But posting loads out in one go is not the right thing to do.
So would you say the same for both Instagram and Facebook, to post once a day?
Definitely, yeah. And have a look at, so you can do a bit of a test environment. So do a few days where you post in the morning, a few days where you post in the evening, look at how many likes and your engagement, and then you can judge when's best to target your market. So I'd say evening tends to work best for us, but different people have different times they look on social media. So
testing is such a key part of it. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. So do you have any other tips for a salon owner that just might be starting out on their marketing journey? Like, what would be their first step?
What I would recommend is start with one social media profile. Get one working and get it working really well before you start on a second one. Don't go and register on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest and try and hit everything in one go and do it poorly. I think you're better to start with one and do it really well, get a really good following. Then when that's took off and you're really confident with it, start on your second one. That's
a very good point. Just mastering one platform, because it can be very overwhelming with all of the platforms that are available today if you try to do everything.
So many things are changing. Like Facebook do a weekly change now. So there's so much to keep on top of.
Yeah,
that's why we're here to help. It's nice to have someone that you can get advice from.
And do you find that the social media presence helps with salons getting bookings online?
Yeah, definitely. If you use iSalon online bookings or the iSalon app, we can link through on your Facebook page or Instagram page and encourage people to convert through. But we've also set up Google Analytics within iBookings now, so you can track your conversion rates. You can see which social media profiles work better for getting new traffic in, so you can then target out. So Facebook is the one that brings in the most bookings. Work really hard on your Facebook profile. I think that works really well in seeing where your audience is coming from.
Absolutely. Then that really helps you to focus where you're going to bring results to your business.
Yeah,
Excellent.
definitely.
Alice, thank you so much. You've been so helpful, and I think you've given some really practical tips to everybody. So thank you for that.
No, thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us today on Salon Life. And I hope that you've gained some valuable insights from Alice, and join us again for our next podcast.
This was another episode of Salon Life with WhatSalon. Visit our site at WhatSalon.com for more episodes.